Hello all of my 64 bears, my name's Chronically Blue. Welcome back to another episode of Super Mario 64 Let's Play 100%, 120 stars. Last episode, we started to do the Hazy Maze Cave, but then I got lost. That does happen, unfortunately, but it's alright. I had to... No, wait, I didn't look this one up, actually. So, this is supposed to be the Hazy Maze Cave star, but I might have gotten a little impatient, and I might have had some difficulty trying to find it. So we're going to show you how to get a different star as well. That's if we fall, I mean. But for the Hazy Maze Cave, there is quite a few things for it. First off, there's a few pockets that they have available when you are in the Hazy Maze Cave. The Poison Cave, I should say. And that Poison Cave has those pockets there. One of them is empty, two of them have doors. The first one that has a door kind of takes you somewhere else that you don't really care about. Unless, you know what, I might be on the wrong thing. My brain might just be hurting. This is Mario Can Move, because we haven't done that one yet. So, you get the metal cap, hit the switch, we're going to go into the door, then we're going to do a long jump into the star over here. Make sure to not fall. If you do fall, you'll have to restart it all, because that's how the Mario 64 do. It's annoying, but that's how it do. Now that Metalhead Mario can move, it's time for the other two, I believe. I think so. Let me see here. Oh yeah, navigating the Toxic Maze. So this is the part that I thought we were doing already. My bad. So yes, when you go to the Toxic Cave, there is 3 little hidey holes. One of them is completely empty, 2 of them have doors. One of them that has a door, you've already seen that one previously, thankfully. However, the other one, I actually had quite a bit of difficulty finding. However, once we do find the correct door, it'll take us to a short little path so that we'll be able to move forward and get the star. So here I was just lost, had no idea what to do, but if we just long jump over into the boulders over here, once we just maneuver ourselves around, we can then do a few flips and jumps and kicks in order to get the star right up here, actually. I'm not sure what the actual way is to do that, but the name of the star is wall kick for star. Yeah, watch for rolling rocks. So I believe that might just be the legitimate way of getting it. No real way of seeing that or getting there by yourself. So not a whole lot we can do there. But now it's time for the actual Hazy Maze Toxic Cave. Now, a few tips I can give you is just to make sure that you're not necessarily that you're constantly jumping, that does help, but you don't have to. But instead just making sure that if you are running out of time with the metal cap, to just go and get another one. That's the most important one. If you are Metal Mario, poison doesn't affect you, heat doesn't affect you. The only thing that affects you is water. And sometimes that's to your benefit. Most of the time it's not, but, yeah, you know. Yes, if we just go ahead and hit the little block here, then it's going to definitely help us. And this is the short area that we couldn't find previously. So here's the first hidey hole. It's a whole lot of nothing. Cool, you know. But then if we go on over here, we find another metal cap, as well as there's going to be a bit of a door very soon, I promise. Actually, it's right up there. Yeah, so just look for that big divot in the floor, and that's how you know that you're there. Once we enter this door, it is completely different from any other door that we'd entered previously. So we're going to go right here onto this platform. It'll take us up. And this is where the fun really starts. And by starts, I mean almost finishes. Because there's a star right there. It was right behind the cage. As far as I believe, that is the only way you can do it, because I don't believe the Vanish Cap is available in that world, unfortunately. But that's alright. You've recovered 50 power stars. Now you can open the star door on the 3rd floor. Bowser's there, you know. Oh, you found all the cap switches, haven't you? Red, green, and blue. The caps you get from the color blocks are really helpful. Hurry along now. The 3rd floor is just ahead. That's great, but we can't get to the 3rd floor without the key from Bowser. That would be a little helpful, don't you think? Yeah, we are almost done with the basement, thankfully. That's a weird wall right here. Why would they put that right there? I don't know. It sure seems kind of weird. Oh well, let's just... What? It's a painting. No one ever told me it was a painting. Yeah, so what normally happens is that as you are chasing the bunny, you kind of just go right into the painting. But if that's not how you figured it out, that's okay. These things, they happen. But yes, the first we have quite a few things to do here, actually. This was one of my least favorite levels. Worlds, I should say. First off, I don't like desert levels, so already strike one. Second of all, the quicksand is so annoying. If you see like the grayish, brownish quicksand that is darker than the rest of the quicksand, if you fall into that, that is an automatic death. You can't get out of that, you can't jump, it is just really fast at removing you from existence. The sand is very normal. However, if you give a bit of time, if you're in some certain areas, then you will start to sink slowly. But after smacking the star out of the ostrich, bird, hawk, pterodactyl, nuisance. I think it's nuisance. Then we get the star here. Now, a good majority of the stars here in this island, this world I should say, of Shifting Sandland are very convoluted. They are the ones that there's just so much I want to say. Some of them, the stars are not obvious whatsoever, and so you really have to pay attention to the name of the mission in order to get any kind of guidance here. However, if you're finding yourself difficult, stuck, locked in a place, unable to get anywhere, there is also some signs almost in every single world, in every single area. The signs do have some helpful information. Most of them don't, but some of them are helpful. What we have to do is we have to get on top of the pyramid. Now, because I am not the best, there's quite a few wing caps nearby, but we're just going to go all the way to the pyramid in order to get it, just to kind of make it a little bit easier for ourselves. As well as if you memorize the patterns of the cubes, then you can go right inside of them, or be on the square where they would go on top of you without causing you any damage. And that's the good part. That's the part that you really want to look for. We are going to ignore those crazy blocks, for lack of a better term, just because they are very annoying. If you pick them up from any side whatsoever, it will quickly throw you 3 times, and more times than not, you're going to die, unfortunately. But I was able to cheese this part right here. Just by using the wing cap, we're going to do a triple jump right up here, and it is just enough for us to sneak right into this little crevice in order to get the star. I know, Mario, you're so happy. Shining atop the pyramid indeed. But we're not done. Yeah, that's only 2. We still have 4 more to go. Now it's time to go inside the ancient pyramid, and yikes. That's the best way I can describe it. This part is going to be unique. So, inside the pyramid is always one of my least favorite areas. The camera control is horrendous, and it shines very, very horribly inside the pyramid. As well as there's no sense of direction. It's just all over the place. You kind of got to figure it out as you go. It's almost like a tomb. It's like if you were playing Tomb Raider, but even worse designed. Granted, I do enjoy Tomb Raider. I haven't played any of the newer ones. The most recent Tomb Raider I played was Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition. And that's about it. Have I ever beaten a Tomb Raider game? No. Come on. If you haven't seen the game on this channel, then I haven't beaten it. That's pretty much how it goes. I do love Tomb Raider. It is really fun. I'm always a fan of a female lead that is strong and independent and like does stuff. It's so cool. But anyway, sorry. Enough about Tomb Raider. Back to Mario. So speaking of Tomb Raider, now this part here is kind of unique. You really got to be on edge. You got to make sure that you're aware of your surroundings here, as much as the camera doesn't want you to. We have a rolling cylinder here with a face for some reason. However, they do leave a little crevice here for us to hide inside of. Now once it passes by, we can walk right out of it and just follow the bit of walkway, bricks. I almost said corpses for some reason. That is definitely not what this is. I always enjoy these little like pushy blocks here. Just how they only go up and down. They don't push you off. I always thought they were cool. I don't know why. I just did. Now here we're going to have to do something that predates Wind Waker. Siddle. That's right. We got a siddle. If we S-I-D-L-I-E or S-I-D-I-L-E, S-I-D-L-A-E, whatever. We got to just shift across that little gap right there. But then we can go up here to the... Actually, that texture on the rope is the same as the bricks. It just looks different. I brought that up because it kind of looked like a snake, actually. But Mario's not afraid of snakes. That's Lego. Or is it Superman? One of the two. I love the timing of that. Wahoo! I'm a sound person. Like, you can tell me a joke, and I will not laugh. But if you just give me a funny sound, like a scream that is perfectly cut off, I will absolutely enjoy it. If I see someone getting slapped with a fish, I'm just gonna be deadpan. But if they get slapped with a fish and they go, then I'm gonna be... I just proved my point. Now I want to see someone getting slapped with a fish and going, Stand tall on the 4 pillars. Oh, I gotta compose myself. Okay. This one is one that you are really not gonna like. It is so hard to tell if you did it or not. Which I believe that they actually fixed in the DS version. But we have to stand on top of and grab the coin on top of these 4 pillars here. Will there be a number that comes up? No. There will be nothing that comes up. So you just have to know, hey, I think I'm doing this right. If you ground pound on it, it might work still, it might not. But jumping on it is definitely the best way to go. Now you're gonna see me here. You just give me. Now, make sure to not jump onto the current pillar that I'm currently on. Because that is the only pillar that is very densely surrounded by insta-death sand. Which is not great. In fact, it makes it quite difficult. But now we just have to go to the other 2 pillars, and then something special is going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be unique, it's going to be wonderful, and most of all, it's going to contribute to our totals. That's the part that we care about the most. I like how the different sides of the block have different faces on it. I want to say there's like a crazy face, an angry face, a happy face, a sad face, a scared face. I think that's it. I think there's only 5. Sorry, okay. Before I get called out, there's 6 sides to a cube, but I believe that there's only 5 faces on that cube because one of the sides is fully hollowed out and open. Also, if you couldn't tell, the bird stole a hat, which is great because even I didn't notice it. So we have to hit the bird, get the hat back, and then we can move forward. And now we're actually on the very final pillar. We just have to get this coin, and it just explodes. Don't question it. Just be happy that it explodes. So, now, as if an exploding pyramid wasn't enough, we now have to go inside the pyramid as well. Don't go in it the first way. We have to actually use the wing cap. I almost said flight cap. We have to use the wing cap in order to get to the top of the new Shorta pyramid, so we can go inside of it to see what we need to do. As much as I'm sure you want to... Oh, that... No. Ha, hee, ha, hoo, ha, hee. Ha. Hoo. Oh, Mario. Oh, sweet goodness. This is making my heartbeat increase, and I've already played it. Wow. Listen, there's nothing quite like a Mario game to make your heart skip a beat. Not from happiness, from fear that you're going to fail. And don't worry, we will. A lot. It's gonna be fun. Not this episode, but thankfully it's next episode. So we don't have anything to worry about for this episode. I made sure to do the best that I absolutely can here. So yes, we are in this gate. It's going to drop down, and then we are going to jump right into this little hole here. And there's some weird blocks here for some reason. What's this? It's hands! Oh, who are you? Break the seal. We are the ancient light. Oh, now battle to hand combat. We hate the light. That's basically what they say. But yes, this one's actually kind of difficult. What you want to do is you want to make sure to just punch whoever has the eye open of the hand, as well as make sure to not stay around the edge. If you're close to the edge of the platform, it'll be super easy for the hands to knock you off. And if you do get knocked off, you will die, unfortunately, and you will get kicked out of the painting. But if you jump back in the painting, then it will put you right back in front of the boss fight. So it's not the worst thing. It's just a little time consuming, but again, it's not the worst thing. It's better than nothing. We'll take it where we can get it. This hand just really wants to bother us, and it's doing a great job at it. Oh, sweet goodness. Mario, if you could just... Mario, I'm not asking for much, kid. Just stay alive. It gets really difficult. It really does, unfortunately. With the hand and with the hand eye, it just does not want you to hit it. I believe they take 3 hits per hand. So, now we're good. Rumble, what happened? We crashed like Pubble. You look so strong. You rule Ancient Pyramid for today. Now take Star of Power. We sleep darkness. Depression! Murder! That's what happens when you stand tall on the 4 pillars. We do still have 2 more stars to get. One of them is the most time-consuming one, unfortunately. Free flying for 8 red coins. First, do yourself a favor, go all the way here and get this red coin. This is going to be the one that will get you the most deaths and will also give you the biggest headache if you don't grab it now. So just go, get that one first, so you can just move along, get everything else out of your head, because that is going to be the one that you're like, where is it? Where's the last one? I can't find it. Now, the rest are going to be a little unique as well. They're not going to be as time-consuming, they're just very spread out. So, we're going to have to use the wing cap as well as keep our eyes peeled for any other red coins that we see here. We have one right here on this platform nearby, as well as we have one in the water by the nuisance that we pointed out earlier that likes to steal our hat for some reason. And friendly reminder, if the nuisance steals your hat, and if you get hit, you will take twice the damage. And if you, let's say, get a star or die, and you get booted out of the painting before you get your hat back, Mario will just continue to not have his hat. So you have to go back here, find the bird, and get your hat back every time you want it. Or, sorry, every time you lose it, I should say. But thankfully, that's not something that we're going to worry about too much. I remember it happening a lot back on the DS, but I guess they emphasized it. This was with the DS version. There was like 30 additional stars and quite a few bonus levels and stuff and such, as well as minigames. Minigames are so cool. I liked the minigames. I've talked about this before, but when a game has a minigame inside of it that is almost nothing like the game itself, it makes me so happy. Like The Witcher. Apparently The Witcher has a card game in it. I don't know what the genre of The Witcher is, but The Witcher 3 has a card game in it, and some people very much love the card game. I'm like, hey, I would too. Though one thing I can recall similar to that I haven't brought up before is how I had a friend that brought Harry Potter for the Wii over one time for some reason, and now I know he was exploring, I remember that much, but I was so bored. There was just like so many flights of stairs, and there was like a garden where he fought a plant, but I just remember him playing like Kibashi, I think is what it was called, where you like roll rocks at other rocks. Listen, I don't know what it is. Back in my day, we had tic-tac-toe. And then we had the illegal version of tic-tac-toe, which is tic-tac-no. Instead of doing a circle or an X, each person gets one illegal turn where you can just convert one of their symbols to one of your symbols. Yeah. Made it pretty easy to win. But anyway, those are the 8 red coins that we desperately needed. So now we can go ahead and get this star, and we can move on to the very final star of Shifting Sandlands. Ah, thank goodness. This final star is very time consuming, I am unhappy to say. It is Pyramid Puzzle. We're going to start it. We're going to start right in the pyramid. No, you don't actually start right in the pyramid, but I had to move it there because this one took a while. So again, completely unaware of what to do. What you have to do is you have to get all the way back to the top of the pyramid like we did previously. But then there's going to be coins on blocks, coins on platforms that you have to go around and land on. There's a total of like 5 coins, and then we will get the star to appear. Thank you, Mario. You're really good at being a floor mat. You can't just let thwomps walk all over you. Yeesh. In case you were wondering about my review of a game that I recently got Red Dead Redemption 2, just because it was on sale for 20 bucks, and I was like, hey, I know that the first game's coming out soon, or is already out, because they're remaking it. So I'm like, once they do that, this one's definitely going to skyrocket, so I might as well just get this one now, because it's already on sale. So I did. Do you want to know how much hard drive it took? 105 gigabytes? That is not okay. That is a lot. So after the 3 hours of it slowly installing, I then went to play it, and it was just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. You're walking a horse, cutscene, cutscene, force tutorial, cutscene, 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 cutscene. I was like, oh sweet goodness, I do not play games for fun, for story. I play games for fun, for gameplay. Like, I could care. No, I couldn't. I could not care less about story and games. If all the story and games were 100% optional, bet. But I don't need 15 cutscenes in the first 5 minutes. Just give me one big cutscene telling me exactly what happens that's skippable, and then just let me start playing the game. If you can't do that, then I just might have to save you for something else. Okay? And that's that. Now, some games I do play specifically for the story, like Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls. That's good. I play that for the story. Even The Quiet Man. You could say I played that for the story twice. But if I just want a game to play, then you know, I just looked at it and I was like, oh, this is a game where you just go around, ride horses, shoot stuff. That's about it. But no, there's like a whole story and everything. I'm like, oh, I don't care. I guess when I'm looking for a game for fun and gameplay, I'm just gonna have to pop in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. But that's fine. Either that or Ratchet Deadlocked. Those are the two current games that I'm, like, hyped on playing again. Well, Tony Hawk's Pro Skate is just a fun game no matter what. You don't have to be in any kind of mood. You're just like, you know what? I want to go skateboarding and feel like I'm active while I'm sitting down in the Florida heat. It works. Now, the two games that I'm currently playing for fun is Ratchet Deadlock and the Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures. I had the Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures for a while. I never played it. And then one day I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me give it a shot. And I'm like, oh, okay. You can actually set your own difficulty. Cool. And that's how it's going. I'm missing some stuff, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. But I will keep playing it when videos are processing and I have nothing else to do. Because that's how we do. So, now that we are finally at the actual area that we need to be at in order to get the final star, we're going... Mario, please don't do this, kid. Just let me get up there. Mario, you're making my eye twitch, kid. There we go. Okay, so you see this opening right there? That really tiny opening? Yeah. We're gonna walk off that. Because if you can't see, then you can also tilt up in order to use the camera. Hey, look, there's a coin on a platform. Now, be very careful. On this one, you're going to do a very, very, very tiny hop. If you just fall, you won't make it, and you will fall into the quicksand like so. However, thankfully, because we are in the quicksand, it does not take us long in order to get back up there, as well as the quicksand does have coins that we need in order to get the star to appear. So, is it wasting time? Technically. Is it helpful? Yeah. Could have been a lot worse. Definitely. So, you gotta take the victories where you can get them, because this game does not like to hand you out victories. It really doesn't. Such as the 100 coin stars. Those are the ones where it wants you to force... It's like forcibly taking a water bottle from an overstuffed fridge. If you've never had that experience before, first off, I'm so jealous of you. Second off, it's a lot of force. It's like pulling a tooth. So you just have to, like, you wiggle and jiggle and adjust, and you just gotta do so many things in order to be like, there, I got it. And then you're like, why was that so difficult? Like, this is supposed to be easy. Why was that difficult? That's basically how I could best describe the 100 coin stars here. But don't worry, if you like them in Super Mario 64, we also have them in Super Mario Sunshine. 'Cause why wouldn't we? I believe there's 100 coin... Yeah, I think there is. I remember lots of people doing 100 coin missions in Super Mario Sunshine. Unfortunately. But the star is right there. It is over by the quicksand. So if we just actually jump down right here, we will make it right into the quicksand. And thankfully, we just have to make sure to keep jumping a little bit so that we are still keeping ourselves above the quicksand. And then we can just go and get the star, and that's it. Get the star, Mario. Get it. Get it. Got it. Get it, got it. Good. But with that, we have finished shifting Sandlands, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, my 64 bears.